Welcome to Shed Manufacturing, and today we'll be getting into the Ducati over this. This is my dad's 1994 Ducati Monster 900, and he's had it for a couple of decades now, so I think it's pretty reasonable it needs a little maintenance. The last time I went to fire it up to ride, I noticed it reeked of fuel, and upon further investigation, looked to be coming from the float balls. So naturally I did the responsible thing, and rode it with a fuel leak anyway and got parts on order after my ride. The actual process of replacing the seals was pretty straightforward. Once the tank is up and the air filters are off, access is wide open to the float balls, and they are each held on by 4 easily accessible screws, which is a nice change. Once the bowls were off, it became evident why I was having issues with them. The seal was hard and had lost most of its elasticity. Time, heat, and exposure to fuel had not been kind to the rubber. Next up was to clean out the crumbles of dirt and gunk with a mixture of rags, picks, and a not featured parts washer that's full of simple green. Getting parts for a nearly 30-year-old Italian sport bike turned out to be a hurdle in itself, as none of the online Ducati parts houses have listed parts for bikes that old. So I had to email the distributors directly with my woes. Luckily, although unlisted on their website, Ducati Omaha had the seals for my old Mikuni float poles, so $18 and a few hours of my life later had us back in the game. The new seals went right in and reassembly didn't take long at all. I noticed one of the overflow lines was missing its hose clamp, so I ruffled through my box of bolt clamps and clips for a replacement. A $7 investment that's paid for itself many times over. Well, we got both carbs fitted with new gaskets and cleaned float bowls, and unfortunately I forgot to film the process of me putting the K&N filters back on, the seat cowl and the tank back down. I suppose I can play those things in reverse for you from when I took them off, but I'll let your imagination do the rest. Next up is to get it fired up, I suppose. Good. It works. It is Italian,